Now let's get back to the people. Latino voters are another demographic that organizers are targeting when it comes to trying to get out the vote. Sammy's here to explain some of the challenges there.
Jana, while the Secretary of State publishes polling information in Spanish, experts say there are still challenges when it comes to activating Latino voters. So Minnesota groups have been hard at work getting voting information out and challenging misinformation.
Your voice matters. That's the message communities organizing Latina Power and Action, or COPAL, is still working to push out before Election Day.
I've been able to help people figure out if they're registered or not to vote, and that part has really felt super fulfilling for me.
Eva Pena is one of the volunteers who will be spending part of her evening at their headquarters on Lake Street, calling Latino voters and making sure their questions are answered in either English or Spanish.
A lot of people don't know when the election is, and then some people might not even know where their polling place is or how to get to their polling place. Language barrier is super hard too.
About 6% of Minnesota's population is Latino, and COPAL's organizing director, Ryan Perez,
we're doing door knocking, phone banking,
says language isn't the only barrier. Fear is a hurdle too.
In terms of challenges, what have you seen when you've talked with folks out in the community?
There's some common myths that folks are still facing. They think, is it unsafe for me to vote? If I vote, will that put my relative in jeopardy?
Perez says false information, that if you exercise your right to vote as a citizen, it could put undocumented loved ones at risk of deportation, has spread on social media.
As much as we think social media seems deregulated and there's a lot of false information for English speakers, even more so for non-English speakers.
COPAL's radio station, Radio Jornalera, tries to dispel some of it, but it's an uphill battle.
And if I'm your cousin, or I'm the baker, or I'm the small business owner where you frequent with your family, and you see me reposting it, you're gonna be more likely than not to believe that because it's coming from me, right?
Anastasia Belladonna Carrera is the executive director of Common Cause Minnesota. They have an election protection program and has volunteers flagging misinformation on social media. She says there's an additional challenge in reaching voters with accurate information in rural areas too.
It's that isolation. It's not just geographic isolation, it's linguistic isolation.
But volunteers say it's not just about showing up, but showing leaders that they need the Latino vote.
They're thinking about, how can I make life better for our Latino community?
The Secretary of State's office reaffirmed with us today that all eligible Minnesotans can and should vote without fear of repercussions. Jana?